Sorry.
Hey guys, this is subpar behind the scenes. We're doing some audio for the video. This video we lost our audio.
Episode what? 13?
13?
Yeah, episode 13.
Yeah, we lost the audio for it.
Damn it.
So we're basically just talking over it, and during this time, I think we're having a more of a deeper conversation, like during it. So like. That's kind of something
we felt like it'd be good to kind of go back into that.
Yeah, we were
a lot of good
stories.
points were coming up,
especially since I feel like a lot of stories were kind of interrupted by trying to focus in on the game, and then like, it was like a deep story, and then it was back to games.
Puzzles are tough, you know. Like you're gonna see me struggle a lot, you know. That's just how it is.
Yeah, you don't get to hear all the.
Dude, they're gonna be so pissed. Yeah, good.
We destroyed him because he's horrible at these.
You were saying something about.
Well, I started off with a story.
The angry lady.
Yeah, where it's like I was working at a theater back in the day, and a lady that has cancer was going up to my concession stand, and so she orders popcorn and drinks, and I get her popcorn, but she was mad that I touched her popcorn, and I'm like, well, how am I gonna give it to you?
Yeah.
Was she just mad that you were holding the bucket? Like I forget, or just like did you like?
No, you touched the popcorn.
I touched. Like quote touched.
So you didn't actually.
You know how like there's that big like machine of popcorn.
Yeah.
And you dig in there with the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I touched. It's like
block.
I have to go in there.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, I give her, and apparently like she gets mad at me. It's like, hey, I, and then she brings up that I have cancer, I should be treated right or better, and then I started going in as like how my manager came and like. It's a girl manager. She's like, yeah, do you just want the free popcorn? And the lady takes it. And I was saying how like veterans and people with like disabilities or illnesses sort of take advantage of that stuff.
Some do.
Some do. Not all of them. But so yeah, that's how this conversation started, and then we got really deep. So then we started sharing about our jobs, and then Beav, you were like. Well, I was a lifeguard, and I saved someone.
I talked about lifeguards, and I talked about angry moms. I just want to point out, it took him 3 turns to kill 4 people.
It did.
But
fucking Bobby.
Fucking Bobby, look at him.
I hated that guy. I think right here is where I'm like, I really hate this guy.
You hated Bobby? I like Bobby.
Well, it was because he was just making us run around.
We also didn't know where he was going.
Yeah.
So like we were running around thinking he went down when he went up.
Yeah. Yeah, in the last episode, you guys can see that.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, Bobby hits you with the mix-up. But, give him a gentle tap. Classic hit the bomb with the hammer.
With the hammer.
No, but yeah. And then I told a story. I don't know should I tell that story again?
Or you want me to do the lifeguard one first? You want to do the lighter one of just angry people first before we go into like the heavy stuff?
Yeah, well, the reason we started talking about pool... Well, I don't even think it was a reason. We just started talking about.
No, because I was talking about I had a group of people who always got mad at me.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
It was always moms of young children who wanted to stay in the hot tub back when I was a lifeguard. And I remember like times very specifically, like we just had a little swim practice for younger kids from like I think it was like 6 to about 13.
Yeah.
And this little like 6-year-old, nice kid, like he swims, like went into the hot tub. His parent was there, and I was like, hey, like you're not allowed to be all the way in there because if you don't know, some hot tubs, like ours in particular, was a hot tub.
Yeah.
So little kids can't regulate their body temperature as much, so it literally cooks them.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I understand you're cold, like you can put your feet in because you have parental supervision, but you can't be all the way in. Mm-hmm. It's not healthy.
By the way, I don't know if you guys noticed this part. Do you notice how Bobby doesn't go in with us? He says, no, I'm not going in there.
I did not notice that.
Watch this. He actually says, no, I'm alright. You can continue, Beav. I'll just show you when it happens.
Yeah, and this lady... Almost instantaneous.
What a dude.
Dude, he just sits there.
Just like, who, me? Nah, I'm pretty white. He's done.
It's a good... Well, low-key, I didn't notice that in the first recording.
Yeah,
I was
he's
like,
chilling.
I was like, where's... I didn't even question that guy. Because
okay. Look, I went and picked him up. I was like, let's go, man. And he's like, nah.
No. It was so funny because the minute we get into this, we got deep. So it was so weird.
Yeah, but I remember instantaneously, this woman was pissed.
Yeah.
Because she felt like I was taking something away from her kid that he should have.
Uh-huh.
I remember one of her main things was like, oh, we do this all the time. And I got worried. I'm like, you shouldn't be doing this all the time. It's not good for the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, I have just something about moms with young kids in the hot tub. It happened multiple times with different moms. And it was always little kids. So I'm like, I'm trying to be nice because like when I was a little kid, I constantly wanted to be in the hot tub.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, you can put your feet in, you can, like be like respectful, but like I gotta respect the rules because I don't want you to get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, just moms get mad.
Yeah. And then you told the story of how you saved an old man.
Oh,
By the way,
yeah,
shout outs to the crabs because I was really hyped about this. Where I'm like, those guys are from Mario Bros. So I was just really glad that they brought them back.
Yeah, and they do a cool thing later on too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we got into talking about from hot to cold, from hot tub, like just the hot water.
Yeah, and how you saved an old guy because he did that.
So yeah, I was working. It was a summer. We had this about a 50-year-old man, big dude, 6'2", probably a couple 100 pounds, big man. Sitting in the hot tub for about 20 minutes, just fully submerged all the way down to the neck. Dude's just vibing the whole time. And we call Adult Swim, and he gets up and he goes in the dive well and jumps in and just slaps the water and just flops down. Doesn't move, doesn't hit. Like the moment he hit the water, his heart stopped. Like he shocked himself.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't on hot tub or dive well. I was on the lap pool, which is literally right next to it. It's like there's a 3 feet concrete path in between them. Mm-hmm. And so I was watching my pool, and like I saw him hit the water. And I was like, that looked uncomfortable, but I'm like, he'll probably be fine. And then so I'm like looking at my pool, and I hear a whistle, like what's it called? One of my fellow guards, awesome person. I'm not gonna fake a whistle, but I just blast her whistle, and I look over, and the guy still hasn't come up.
Is that why she whistled?
Yeah, because the guy stopped moving.
Yeah.
And so I just remember turning. Because it was during a swim meet, I turned, I looked to the coach and like the swimmers who were like kind of sitting in the end. And I looked at them, like, get out of the pool. Everybody's getting out of the pool now. And I remember we got the guy out, we resuscitated him. He was conscious before or when he got into the ambulance, like we resuscitated him on deck.
Was he conscious when he hit the water?
Yeah.
Like when he went in, he's like, oh,
That's just the shock to your body.
Yeah, like he was conscious, he hit the water, his body felt the cold. Because he went from a couple, like 104 degrees hot tub to I think like 89 degrees dive well.
Yeah.
So we went from being submerged in hot water to being submerged in cold water, and literally hit it and just out. Heart stopped.
That must have been scary.
It was
for him when he's feeling that, because if he's conscious while he's under, he's like, I can't move.
Yeah.
He wasn't
that must
conscious.
Suck.
No, that's
he
the
wasn't?
heart.
He wasn't conscious.
It's like the heart just exploding, basically.
Yeah. Your body. He
literally
shut down.
Because the way the blood works when it moves throughout your body, depending on the temperature, it moves differently.
So he basically fainted once he hit the water.
Yeah. No, he's not really fainted. His body is shut down. Like you ever see someone get like knocked out conscious?
Yeah.
How they just flop over? That's effectively what
like the limp.
Yeah.
Jeez. By the way, the blue crabs. Did you see that blue crab got you by surprise?
That blue crab jukes him out for a minute.
Dude, I don't know if you can. This guy's a nut. You have to get the pow block.
I think you gotta get the pow block.
Well, we didn't.
I was trying to like catch him. I was like, hey.
No, we were like, well, I think B was like, just start fighting them. And then I didn't even know it was a pow block because you see the shadow up in front. I thought that was a hidden block.
I thought it was gonna be like, because I mean they haven't shown any of this, but like in a 1,000-Year Door, you like the scrunch down and leap.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking something like that.
Where you like hold up A and then rotate.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. I go to fight this guy. This is about the time where I start telling my story, and it's very tough because puzzles. But basically, my story went. I'll do the quicker version. Nah, it's actually
no. Take time. I explain this story. Set it up.
I've been chasing this girl for a while, not in a weird way.
Back in the day.
Courting way. Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah.
She was like junior year girlfriend. Fair skinned ginger chick. She was cute. We went out for a little bit, and then I ended up breaking up with her just because I wasn't about it. That's not what the story's about. So I also worked at the pools, and there was this family. A coach from Vista. He was a lacrosse coach, and then his wife, who happened to be like a fair skinned ginger lady as well. They had 2 little kids, and I remember one of the kids like undid a rope, which isn't a big deal. I just like walked in the water and like put the rope back in, and I was like, I do it all the time. Like kids don't matter. And the dad was like say thank you to the man that did this, and I was like, no, it's fine, but he's just trying to teach his kid manners. And I was like, I get that, but the kid was like, no, and it wasn't because he was being mean. He was just shy, and like kids they just get too shy. Look, I figured it out finally.
Oh, you had to hammer the wall. Right?
Yeah. Because there was that spot there, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna hit that spot. So, they were about to leave. I heard them like yelling behind me and stuff because I was like by where the people sit. And then the mom comes up holding the kid, and he's just like so nervous and stuff. And he's like, "Thank you." I was like, "Huh." And then I was like, I didn't think that much about it because stuff like that happens all the time. But then the kid was like, or the mom was like, "Thank you for being part of a life lesson." I was like,
"Well, did you know the guy because he was in your school, right?" So
yeah, we didn't really talk though, but yeah.
But you would see him like on day. You're like, "Oh, it's Coach." Whatever.
Yeah.
Like I had a couple. I knew him too. I had a couple conversations with him.
So yeah, we broke up, and then like probably 3 years passed. I was graduated, going to community college for a little bit, and somebody messages me like, "Hey, like," well, it was all over social media that the coach passed away.
Yeah.
But nobody knew why. Like he was a light guy, all this stuff. But he passed away.
Just one day.
He was cool, right? I heard
yeah.
he was really
He was popular.
Nice guy.
Everybody loved him. Yeah.
And like just one day.
One day, and then I start getting texts from my friends like, "Did you hear what happened?" I was like, "Yeah, the coach passed away." They're like, "Did you hear why?" I'm like, "No." They're like, "He killed himself." I was like, "Why?" And he was like, "Well, it turns out he was having an affair with a student." I was like, "What?" And it turns out it was my ex, and I was like, "How am I supposed to take you at your word?"
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Well, I remember one time," and then all these weird stories pop up. There was one where my buddy saw them at a red light, and the coach put my ex's head down and drove through the red light. And I was like, "Oh my god, like that's really weird." So the wife walked in on them. He killed himself because he didn't want to deal with that. Yeah. And then it was all kind of hush hush about it. By the way, they flipped blue. Did you see that? They were red before. Yeah, so that was like really interesting. That's something that kind of gets you thinking about like perspectives on people.
And what you don't know behind the scenes.
Yeah, and it just gets you thinking.
What the way you guys were like, the way you explained this coach to me, because he told me he was a cool guy, every one of them. It's like even people like that have dark secrets.
Yeah.
That
like
you will never know about if they don't get caught.
Yeah.
And that's weird, man. It's scary.
It's scary, but it's also like it makes people feel, at least to me, a little bit more human.
Yeah, no one's perfect.
I was like, there's no perfect being.
Yeah.
Like I have some friends that like, because he wasn't like, I played football and I did other things. He was he wasn't a coach for that, and so like I didn't have like a super big connection with him. Like I saw him every now and again when I used to work out. I just like had a couple conversations with him because I was friends with some of like his players.
Yeah.
But like I have some friends who were like directly his players, and even they just out of the blue, like they had no idea. Like even these people who are like kind of closer to him, like hang out with him every day.
Way closer.
And even like I'm like it changes the perspective on the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because it went.
Go ahead.
Because it went from being like he was kind of like a cool kind of big guy on campus.
Yeah.
To being like it just felt cold.
Yeah.
To talk about him.
And another thing that I forgot to mention is kind of like a perspective on it. Is a lot of the guys either refused to believe it or wouldn't ask the questions on why he killed himself.
They refused to believe it because they had him at like a pedestal.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure I still have friends that have him like on his face, like the Facebook pic with him. And I'm like, some people really just choose to like ignorance is bliss, basically, and it's like really true because like if you put someone on a pedestal and then they fall off, then. But that's the thing is like you can never really put anyone, just about anyone, on a pedestal because then they're gonna fail.
You're setting them up to fail, and if you put someone on a pedestal and they fall, it's a harder fall. Like I try a lot to be like people gotta be. I try my best to be. People are equal. Like it doesn't matter who, what, when, where, why. If you're a person, you're a person. But like I've seen people like I've held on pedestals who like when I was younger, and I'm like, if they mess up a little bit, even if it's something small, it feels like so much more. And so I feel like when you see something like that big that happened for someone that they probably held on a pedestal, it's probably just unbelievable, like unheard of, like something that's kind of hard to even register.
Yeah, and that could have been why he did it, because if he had to face the music with that, like, you're gonna face the music.
You forgot to explain how both of the girls look kind of the same. So like,
I kind of said they were both gingers with fair skin.
Yeah.
And like it was weird because I started connecting the dots and I was like, that's my fucking ex. Like, oh my gosh.
What you call her?
The Widowmaker. It's kind of fucked up, but that's her name.
And then we started talking right around here. Actually, we're like right on track. By the way, this temple, beautiful, Water Vellumental.
Oh yeah, it's
hype.
One thing this game has, and I know I keep saying it.
Yeah.
It's a very pretty game.
Yeah. But then we started talking about I brought the
relationships.
Song. Yeah, we're like, I don't know if you guys remember that one guy, the secret tunnel. He just has one verse where I'm like, that's so true. Where he's like, don't fall in love with a troubled girl. she'll leave you brokenhearted. And then we went from there, and then we started explaining how like trust and honesty is important, and like
Oh yeah.
Then
how,
you were like,
how honesty and
is the
trust
bridge
are
to
not the
trust.
same thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Being
then-
honest builds trust.
But then you called me what like because we've known each other for a while. Where it's like the rescuer mentality is also really bad.
Yeah, I find that in a lot of people in relationships. I mean, I haven't been in a well, I guess.
Look
not
at this.
that long ago.
Oh,
Yeah, the
that was a
dodge.
good
I
dodge.
was like, I'm gonna get out of there.
I can't focus on this. I'm
Yeah,
trying to tell
yeah.
a story.
See, I was telling a story when we were talking.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't get into a fight with these puzzles, man. They don't work with my brain. Anyway, about how people need to be self-sufficient. I didn't see that guy.
I still don't. I
Yeah,
still
I know.
didn't see him.
People need to be self-sufficient, and when they're not, you being a crutch is actually hurting them more than.
Yeah.
If you want to help them, not being their crutch is going to help them. You need to motivate people to want to help themselves.
Yeah, like that's something I've learned particularly. Like I was, for a long time, I was a crutch for someone,
Yeah.
and so like constantly, every problem was dumped on me, and like it became a point of like my help became, like I had to help.
Yeah.
If I didn't help, their issues was my fault, and so it just deteriorated the way like we interacted and everything. And so that's something I learned particularly. It's something I try my best to do to now. Is like I want to be helpful,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to fix your issues.
And that's something. Relationships are like the most fickle thing, and like I know most people are thinking about like man and woman relationships, like boyfriend girlfriend type stuff. But it's kind of all your relationships where it's like
Friends.
respect and trust. That's a good topic. Would you rather be loved or respected? So if you ask majority of women, they say they would rather be loved, and if you ask a majority of men, they would say they'd rather be respected.
Yeah.
That was a good dodge.
That was good.
I actually say love, and when people ask me why, I say, well, if you think about it, like in probably one of you, like my favorite movie, like I love Lord of the Rings, and like there's a lot of movies like that where it's like the hero mentality, and it's like, do people do stuff more because of respect or love? So when you get that, like let's say a cop or a soldier, and it's like they either do your duty or save the loved one. 10 out of 10 times they're gonna save the loved one.
Because love is love.
Yeah, and that's
Respect's
why I'm
like, yeah, I respect you, but hey, man, I love that person.
Yeah, and that's why, like, I would definitely choose love. But most people are like, no, I want to be respected. I'm like, I don't understand why.
I'm like, also there's different layers of respect. Like I've had bosses who like I respect, but like I don't like. It's not like I'm sitting there like waiting for you and like at you. It's more the fact that I understand that you're in a position above me.
Yeah.
Versus like I have some very close friends who like it's weird, but I was like, hey, I love you, and it's a totally different dynamic. Like feels like it's way more of like a
It evolves. Respect
Yeah.
evolves.
yeah.
Do you think respect can evolve into love?
Yeah,
Yes,
Yeah,
but
right.
only I think only certain kinds of respect.
it can go backwards too, like family wise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like you can go from like loving someone and just be like, I just respect
I
you.
respect it. And they're like, oh man, I fell that hard.
I don't know. I mean, going back kind of to the relationship side of things, I just think it's important to be self-sufficient, because I feel like too often people want to help people that aren't even self-sufficient. So they want to rescue people from pain that they feel themselves,
Yeah.
yet they can't even do that for themselves. So then when both people are
Hurt.
crutches for one another, then that's dangerous.
That's-
I've
that's
seen it work, but
codependency.
majority of the time it does not work.
And that's why cheating happens. Because the
Yeah.
minute, like, let's say you're a good person, right? And you're going up to this person that you're going to try to heal. The moment they're healed, what are you now? You're just a burden
Yeah.
at that point. And then
Like,
that's why people get hurt.
You were the solution to the problem.
Yeah, it's like, thank you for... there was a picture, you guys probably seen it, where it's like, there's a girl that like has a big hole of a heart, and this guy
Yeah.
comes and gives it, and then she's like, thank you, and then she leaves, and then this guy's
Now
like,
he has the hole.
now I have the hole. And now he looks for someone else, and it's that circle of,
It's that cycle of constantly having to
yeah.
be like, so I'm hurt, so I need someone to come in and fix me, someone to give me that love.
And once they fix me,
But,
I'm
like,
gonna
once,
leave
but
them.
like, but once I get that love, I'm fulfilled, but they don't. I can't like it's not you don't reciprocate it.
Yeah.
It becomes I'm good. I can move on.
By the way, you got jumped because remember we thought that was gonna be free, and then you're
No,
you
I
called
told
it.
you.
Yeah,
I
you're
bet
like,
this
this
isn't free.
isn't free.
I was like, that's too easy,
They
man.
came in, all the crabs. He has like the title. Yeah, I'm the champion. but yeah, it's sad. So like, I know it's like this is a gaming channel, but if you're gonna learn anything, at least from us, is like don't depend on others, and like
Just be
Well,
self-sufficient.
I was like,
Be
it's okay to
self-sufficient.
ask for help. It's
Yeah. Of
okay
course,
to
of
know
course.
like when something's up.
yeah,
But don't be a rescuer.
yeah.
Don't be sitting there. You can't solve everyone's problems, because then their problems become your problems.
You can help and give advice, but don't like
Don't be their solution.
don't be their solution. Just guide them. You know, like
Yeah.
you should do that, man. Or like, you know.
Like, oh, you feel like you're feeling like you have a really shitty day. Like, go for a run. Go exercise. Do
Yeah,
something.
I don't think people understand exercise, water, and a good night's sleep, how important that is to your mental. I feel like people are always like, no, it's physical. I'm like, dude, no.
Yeah.
It's so much mental, like, I don't think you understand.
Yeah. It's a release.
Yeah.
Like, it's something I see, especially in people who go from like working out a lot to like getting cut off. Like, I've had some people who went to college. Like, I have some friends who like they worked out every day, and they went to college and they stopped working out because like it wasn't a necessity anymore. And so
Yeah.
like, and then like they go crazy. Like
Yeah.
because it's a release. If you have problems like that, like you can work out and like you'll focus on that, and it allows you to just kind of detach for a second and like come back to it instead of it being just kind of latched onto you at times.
I'm still struggling.
Well, that was pretty good.
Oh,
was
yeah,
like- I
he
was
told me that I was actually good here, and I was like, oh, then I must have messed up the first round really bad.
No, yeah, that was a pretty good. Like, I saw it. That was good.
There are some moments with these puzzles where you physically pain me.
So,
Yeah. No, but I see like they do look confusion, cause like at first I haven't played the game, but it looks I would forget that you could do certain like the sliding.
yeah.
I think we underestimate sliding a lot, cause you just want to rotate.
No, I feel like I want to slide more than rotate now for sure.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, and then we were like, dude, you do that, and then the subscribers come in and then just throw everything. They're like, oh man, and then they throw love, like we love you.
And they're moving people and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they moved people.
That was cool.
They do work. You should probably do that more.
I wonder what happens if you spend a lot of money.
The more money you put
Like a
into it, the more
ton?
stuff you
Yeah,
get.
like a ton.
Just the buff
They
ones
just
come
kill them.
out?
They're like, yeah, they're dead.
All the toads pull out shanks.
You imagine if that's how concerts were? Where like the rock's like, hey, give us a hand, yeah. Where then the people go.
Start coming out, pulling out guitars.
Yeah.
Like that. That'd be funny. Have you
Yeah.
ever seen those large? This is kind of off topic now.
No, go ahead.
You ever see those large like fan concerts where they'll have like a large number of people, like hundreds of people, playing the same song? I've seen those before. I saw one. It's I think it's AC/DC. They played "Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap."
I
and
love
it's-
that song.
And it's like 300 people.
Playing it? That's kind of cool.
Oh, I have seen those. Those are actually sick.
Are they sick?
It's like there's like 200 guys on the drums.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, what?
Playing the same exact song.
Yeah.
It's
Just in like a huge stadium or like,
it's intense.
yeah, it's crazy.
Sounds nice. I miss concerts.
I miss a lot of things.
I miss a lot.
Gotta
of
go to
things,
an
too.
art museum, gotta go to the zoo.
I'm pretty sure the zoo's open. I'm
hope so.
pretty sure.
I hope it's open.
You can go to the zoo and
Look at you just getting messed up.
make more stories.
Well, we hope you guys can, I mean, like Jesus said, if you're gonna take anything, I'm not saying we're professionals of any type to give you advice, but
yeah.
we hope you're doing well. Quarantine can kind of suck sometimes, so I understand that. But it can also be pretty productive, so learn something, accomplish something, try to achieve, and just like and subscribe.
Well, yeah. I don't know.
Stuff.
I actually don't know when this video ends.
I know
It's
exactly.
like-
what it
Getting
is.
actually close.
It's after this fight, we walk up a hill. And
Look, great lineup. Look at me.
Great lineup. It gives you the tech boost. I barely know.
Oh yeah, it does. That's
if
why
you
I've
get-
been
if
not
you-
killing
if you-
people because I'm
and
weak.
And if it shows that you do it like within the perfect amount of turns, so like you have usually if you have extra turns left,
Yeah.
you get 2 times attack.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but that was kind of a little deep episode. It sucked because
Yeah.
we lost the recording.
But I mean, I feel like this was a
But,
more
yeah,
actually more in depth.
Yeah, we explained it more. Cause yeah, we were in the game and in the conversation, so we were like not focusing really on one. But not on one. We just fought crabs this episode. That's what I'm noticing. just yeah. Oh no, and then you were like, no, you got it. Oh yeah, I do have it. These crabs are really funny.
I kind of like how you equip things in this game. I don't know. I'm enjoying it definitely more than these two, but we're gonna keep playing, so keep watching.
Yeah, I definitely. You guys know that I I'm hating this game
Yeah, yeah.
a lot. But I'm seeing how it's good for like first timers. Like it's
a new
good.
game.
Yeah, I'm just so used to the old ones.
Yeah, we were looking up this thing about the type of fans that you are. We'll bring that up in another episode because this one's coming to an end. But
Yeah.
it's good. So thanks for watching, guys. This is the end of the episode. I held this. Look, I'm
Look.
holding in a P.
No, tell them what you say. Yeah, you're like,
I was
oh.
like, look, I'm revving up. Look at the feet, like I'm revving up. Ready?
We didn't say that on the last episode.
Yeah,
but yeah, there's like 10 seconds left. So any words?
Mario's got a P. So like and subscribe. We appreciate you guys. Keep your hearts open and minds clear.